All units.
Honor. Fate guides me.
All units. Enemy engagement.
He missed. He missed with the fucking
I am here.
Or not the cryo, but the magic.
Your team is victorious.
What'd he say to you? What'd he say to you?
Is this really how you're about to play a 6-year-old game? That's pretty stupid. Like, if you're just gonna play for the win, not even play for an actual game. You're already a general, I don't know why you need to do that.
What's up, guys? DariuL here. Some of you know me as Grappa, and I'm gonna be getting another 1v1, and that clip I just showed at the beginning was just ridiculous, am I right? Because alright. Oh god, my throat hurts out of nowhere. I'm just gonna go at this first try like usual. Alright. Oh man. That kind of idea and mentality that people have about, you know, wanting to have a really long game is pretty stupid. If you want to have a really long game, I suggest going into a 3v3 match with just, you know, random people, because you're not going to be in sync, you're probably not going to have mics, you're probably not going to have any communication going on whatsoever, because people for some reason don't know how to use the flares in actual random lobbies as well, from what I've seen. So, yeah, it's just really stupid to get angry because someone, you know, went after your base early game. Commonly, that's the thing you're really supposed to do. Whether your intentions are to win the game at early, you know, destroy the base, or just to slow them down. Usually my goal is, whenever I send in an Arbiter or a Brute Chieftain to someone's base early game, it's just to slow them down. If I end up destroying their base alongside, and only my intention was to slow them down and take down a few warehouses or supply pads, and you know what? That's awesome. I just won the game earlier, but those are never my actual goals whenever I send in an Arbiter or a Brute Chieftain. Nor will they ever be, because if you have that kind of mindset going into someone's base, you're going to end up making a stupid decision very early and not being able to make a quick enough bounce back in case you're not able to recover from losing your Arbiter. So let's get into this. This is a ones match I played. I thought it was another entertaining one for me, at least, because ended up using Wraiths again, and they're starting to get a little bit boring, clearly, from all the videos I have of Covenants and Wraiths. You can see a little bit ago I just raged the Warhogs. Reason why it was important for me to do that was because earlier on it wasn't really that much of a waste of resources for me. In total, that was, the way I see it, it was about 300 resources for him that now he has to recover in making Warhogs for his defense against my Arbiter. So that was really helpful because he didn't have any gunners, and now he doesn't have any scouts to make any, you know, to collect any more supplies around this map, which there are a lot of supplies on this map. So I've taken out all of his scouts at this point, since how early it is in game. You can see how he's making more Warhogs, and now he's going to try and make a turret, which is kind of a bad decision. It's really annoying for me, yeah, but all I really had to do is walk up to it, hit it once, and you just lost 250 points. There's supplies. He tries to do that, I hit it once. I don't know if he lost his points yet, just depends how much you hit it, but I'm doing significant enough damage to take down these supply pads pretty quick, while my warehouses are coming up pretty quickly with my economy. So it's very, I just don't want to get back to the focus of that first clip. You know, you shouldn't really, I don't know, there's still people like that. Just because you're a general, it doesn't mean that you are gonna, you know, start playing like super turtling on your side, you know, just going complete defense and building up an army of 50 units on the Covenant side, trying to get a Scarab with all engineers. You're not going to do that. You shouldn't, because that's really kind of boring. I mean, you're wasting a 40-minute long match, 40 to 1 hour long match expectations, when really you could have a lot more fun by just being proactive, going to their base. I don't like to use the word rushing, because generally when people say the word rushing on this game, it's most commonly associated with, you know, like, oh, we're gonna destroy his base with the Covenant leader or Warhog rush, you know. I don't know, the way people associate the word rush on this game right now, from what I see, and they still always have, is just going all out on their base, when that's not what a lot of people do. As I said a little bit ago, when you go into someone's base, your intentions aren't to actually win the game right there. Your intentions are to slow them down, so that way you can pick up enough and pretty much get ahead of the other player. If you end up destroying their base and winning the game, that's just one of the side effects, almost, if I could put it that way, from you getting ahead of them. So this guy just wasted 450 on a D-bomb on me, and that's what I like to do. I like going into their base and pressuring them with my Arbiter to use a D-bomb on me for the defense, and that really slows them down. 450 early on in this game is really significant, so all I had to do was just walk around the base, and now he knows he does not want to touch me with those Warhogs. So as soon as he gets close enough to me, I'm just going to rage him down again. He doesn't have enough to defend against me with that, since my Arbiter is on first tech, so I'm doing a pretty good amount of damage. Since I had a feeling he was just going to go mainly Warhogs at this point, I was just going to focus on getting a few Wraiths out. I get a little carried away, I guess, later in game. But you'll see I actually end up switching units. Here he is trying to ram my Arbiter. He does a significant amount of damage, but since I upgraded my Arbiter a bit, I actually ended up recovering some health. So pretty much all of his units are done for defense right there, but I think he's starting to get out some different units. So I've got a Wraith in here, and it's pretty going to have some really good defense for my Arbiter. Holy shit, my computer just turned off during the commentary. But yeah, I don't know if my voice is still really stuffed or not, but last video I just did a commentary on like an hour ago, my nose is incredibly stuffed, so I don't know, don't be stranged out if I sound completely different or not. I'm actually just using a voice changer because I don't want to sound really geeky like I did in the last video. Now, my focus kind of here is I kind of want to take out this reactor to avoid him making any Spartans, because I knew he was capable of that. I don't know where, I'm not sure, I can't remember what part of this video was, but I just didn't want him making any progress on any researches or upgrades. So there he's got his elephant out, and I remember this is when I start focusing on the reactor, because I knew he could just make Spartans and take my Wraiths, and he'd be a really big nuisance to this. So I'm putting my suicide grunts on that, but they're behaving really weirdly like usual and getting shit on by the turrets. So they're going to take a while to get there. Hopefully they do. No, they don't. Surprise, ruined it for you, but rage those away, and now I'm using a little bit more necessary rages than I was intentionally going to do that. But he's still pumping out Warhogs, but his mistake is he keeps sending them in small pairs of units instead of actually bunching up his power damage or his damage output, while I'm still double pumping Wraiths at the same time. So I'm gonna have a few Wraiths ahead of him, and he's only gonna have an elephant out, really. So this is looking really good for me right now as far as how much damage output I have. So his reactor's done here, but he's getting 2 turrets on the other side of the base, so that's gonna be a bitch to fucking take out. At least right now my Arbiter is on low health, and he's upgrading it to anti-vehicle. I can still take it out, but it'd be really annoying since he's got, you know, an elephant set up over there and whatnot. He's making Spartans. So eventually here though, he's gonna end up taking one of my Spartans. You see all 3 of them come in, so clearly I knew it was going to happen, so I send my Wraiths as far as I can, and he starts backing up, knowing that the Arbiter is going to kill him. I start raging as much as possible, and I don't know. I guess I forgot that I had a Wraith incoming, and it just comes in. He was quick on that, too. He just takes that right away, so like that one was definitely lost, but Arbiter's about to die, so I figure I might as well just rage run out of there. And since I don't know, he sends in a lone fucking Warhog to just 1v1 my Arbiter, and this shit happens. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't know what happened there. He did like some kind of backflip apparently, and you know, I mean, thank you for your service. Anyways, he's got that Wraith now. Heavy shield Wraiths, I don't know. They're more significant on the game whenever you have heavy shields on them, because if you don't have heavy shields on them, they'll take more damage than usual. I feel like they're only really useful when they have shields on them. That to me, because it helps out a lot against the Warhogs. But I feel like I did enough damage to buildings, so I'm going to start changing to Banshees now, since I feel like he hasn't really been able to scout my base during all this defense he's got going on. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the air units now and salvage what I can from these Wraiths, head on over and make another Arbiter. Eventually, yeah, I'm going to go for this middle hook. I don't remember why. I think it was just in a moment thing, but I figured why not? You know, it's going to be kind of tough because all those fucking rebel infantries are just on roids because all the stars they have. Also, they have one set up in the turret. But I just felt like, you know, I had a decent amount of Wraiths. I'm not really going to need them that much since I'm going to be going on air units mainly. So I figured I'd just get rid of some of these and try and get the supplies in the middle as well as get the hook in the middle, because that, whether or not people use that or not, I rarely ever see anyone actually get to use that in the middle of the game, because by the time you have enough units, really, and commonly matches that I've played, the game's already over enough to where you won't really have time to get that hook in the middle. It's really not necessary at all, is what I'm saying, to win this match. So I end up taking this hook, and why does an Arbiter run like he's a fucking anime character is what I've noticed too. It's kind of really a little bit funny of a thing, but yes, it's, I don't know, that's wow, I am very off topic here. Like, this is just it's taken a while to get this middle hook, but this guy is recovering fairly quickly. I keep checking the scoreboard to see if he's going to expand or not. So eventually, once I get an area lead or not, I'll be able to quickly scout. But I'm getting these supplies pretty quickly, so I'm gonna make some suis and throw them inside that turret, which I will probably never use, but sometimes, I don't know, I feel like it's an exciting use. I don't remember how many uses you get with it. Maybe 3 shots, 2 shots. There is a suicide grunt, so I'm gonna place it in there. He probably has no idea what I'm up to. Probably still pumping out more raves, so he's getting in preparation for that. But eventually, once I get more of an air lead, I'm gonna head back up there. For now, I'm just gonna send my raves to take out that expo next to his base, or hopefully catch him expanding there. You can see there that that rebel base was destroyed in the fog of war, whatever it's called. I don't know, fucking have a clue. Dark matter, whatever. So yeah, I got there in time to stop the expo, and his units are there, which is really not that much. Meanwhile, since I notice his units are all the way halfway across the map, I'm gonna start doing a slight push into his base again. Hopefully catch it before he makes anything significant enough to stop me. Now, I want to return again to this first topic, is that people, it doesn't matter. I mean, you'll have a lot more fun because matches are a lot more intense whenever you know, defend against a rush. Because, yeah, I'm going to start using rush right now because that's what more people are knowledgeable on. They feel like a rush in terms is a full-on strategy to just take out the base in like 4 or 5 minutes of the game, when that's not really intentions, like I kept saying. But it's a lot more fun whenever you get to bounce back from those kinds of things, because then you can also send in your units right after going on the defense and switch to straight to offense, and you can catch them off guard. Or it could always be who can destroy whose base first, especially in 1v1s when it's a Covenant versus Covenant. I often see that a lot where you know, it's a Brute Chieftain versus a Brute Chieftain, and you start spamming brutes to each other's base, and all comes down to whoever is the quickest to take out each other's warehouses, because then you run out of money, or whoever takes out each other's temple first, because then you can't build any brutes or another brute chieftain if he dies. So after that, you'd be screwed and you'd lose your base because you can't use any more units. This guy max only like quarter of my banshees. I've still got plenty of supplies and economy coming in. He's not using his D-bomb. My wraiths are coming in to try and corner him over there, and I send my banshees away. So here's my Arbiter about to rage some of them off, confidently knowing he's not gonna get killed by these one-star, one-tech warhogs. So I should be fine with that first tech upgrade on the health. And this game is pretty much over here. Let me see how much time there is. Probably no time at all, and he is done. He tried to build that expo again. I sent my banshees over there to make sure it wouldn't happen again. But it was a somewhat of an interesting game. I like displaying how much wraiths are very useful in all 1v1s, especially sometimes 2v2s. I only recommend them in 1v1s, to be honest. I've been using them in like the past 3 videos. I need to stop and actually upload a UNSC video for once. I haven't for a while since that Bastards and Topher game, which was like a year ago. But yeah, I'm gonna try. This is just a quick suggestion, but if anyone is watching my videos, I know a few people are. I've been getting a lot of messages on Xbox lately to play Halo Wars, but if you are pretty decent at the game, just make sure to contact me that you want to play some 2v2s in some way, or just comment your gamer tag and we'll play sometime, because I'm looking for an active 2v2 partner. Right now, I normally play with Ectic Twist, but he's not that active. You know, I'd rather, you know, find someone that I can play 2v2s with if I'm not playing with him. So hopefully I can get some 2v2 contact out pretty soon. But even though we do 2v2s, we don't normally run into a lot of great players. So it's just, I really only want to upload matches that are really intense or very active. You know, there's not a lot of just standing around, or the game doesn't end too quickly. So be sure to flag my videos, dislike them, all of them, report me to YouTube, call Microsoft and tell me to ban me from Xbox Live to prevent making any more videos. If
The team is victorious.
Oh yeah. Let's look at these stats here, kids. Who came in first?